What's up, my nerds? All right, D23 happened over the weekend. So much information was dropped. If you don't know what that is, it's Disney's big convention announcing all their projects for the upcoming years, mostly the next year. But that's where, like, anything that's left over from San Diego Comic-Con that didn't show, it's expected to show at D23, and they did not let us down. Now, typically, I'd like to be showing you these trailers that dropped during the convention, but there's some leaked trailers, and I don't want to do you a disservice on that. I'm going to wait until they actually drop. Now, I've seen the leaked trailers. I couldn't help myself. I'm going to have to rewatch them, of course, when we get them in high definitions, but we were able, or they showed us some great highlights, and then there was also information that we didn't get, which is a bummer. But let's go for the first part. Daredevil Born Again was shown. Fucking the vibes on that looked fabulous. We got a look at Frank, we got a look at Foggy, Karen Page, our boy Matt Murdock, of course, Kingpin. The tones all feel very Netflix-ish, which is great, right? We got a look at Bullseye and our villain, or one of the villains. I don't know. We know he's going to be a villain, Muse, from a great run, a Daredevil comic run. That dude looks visually awesome and is a great villain to dive into. There were also a couple of Easter eggs in that trailer that I'll save until it actually drops and we'll go over. But visually looked awesome, looked great. The cast came out. I'm excited about that. It's not going to drop until March of 2025, but it's out there. We can see it. We got a first look at, there was a little snippet for Fantastic Four as they just started filming. But the highlight was we saw a glimpse of the costume that Johnny was wearing, which is very retro. It's based in the 60s, so it made sense for it not to be high-tech or too overcomplicated like our modern heroes. It looked more like an astronaut's undersuit, that shit that they wear underneath their big suit. And it looked really, really cool. The vibes were there. The vibes were there. Also got to look at another look at Cap, New World Order. A better look at Red Hulk as they showed Harrison Ford actually transforming into the Red Hulk, and it looked really cool. CGI is a little better. I know they're still working on it and refining it, so it looked better than that first drop at San Diego Comic-Con. We also got to look at Falcon in his official suit, and the green suit. Looked fucking dope. And they dropped one of the biggest Easter eggs ever, and we'll save that for the trailer also. And then finally, Thunderbolts. A great look at that. It had all the vibes I was hoping for. It was kind of Winter Soldier crossed with like a Suicide Squad-ish vibe. You know what? I take that back. Didn't really have the silliness of Suicide Squad. But it was cool. Like, we got to look at our whole crew. Looks like Ghost got an update. Now she looks more like her, more recent iterations, where she kind of looked like dude from Metal Gear Solid. Forget what his name was. Shit, I knew it off the top of my head. I can't remember. But she's got a look. Looks just like that character in that iteration. Taskmaster also got a bit of an update. Some say downgrade. I think it's a cool look. I personally love the first look, but this one's more in line with the look that Udon gave Taskmaster in a miniseries years ago. So it's more white with skull. It was grainy, so I can't really see if there are any details to make it look more skullish. It looks flat white. Either way, I personally like it. I'm hoping that there is more skull definition, so it looks more like the Udon one. We got to look at Yelena and her short hair, the vibes there. The chemistry with the cast is really, really cool. We also got introduced to Bob, aka Sentry. Now, we didn't see him in suit. There was a glimpse at like his buckle and just him, period, and some of his power sets. But all in all, the vibes of the trailer that I saw looked like what I was expecting from this. People throwing, these gray area characters, including Bucky, thrown into a mix of some kind of mission that they weren't really supposed, just thrown in. It looks like they're trying to get eliminated by just ragtag group coming together, almost Guardians of the Galaxy-ish, but not as goofy. There's a scene where Yelena kicks the shit out of some dudes at the beginning, and I can't wait to see that trailer actually, any of these honestly, in HD. But so far what I saw was dope. Looks like Marvel's back on their game. Looks like it. I'm hoping that these movies live up to the brief trailers that we saw, because if so, Marvel's back, man. Marvel is back. Now, on the flip side, it is a Disney thing, so we got some glimpses of some Disney projects. The ones I was intrigued were, I've always loved Lilo and Stitch. When they announced it was going to be made in live action, I was kind of iffy about it. Not all of them pan out. Aladdin's one of my favorite Disney cartoons, and that movie was just... I love Will Smith, but he had no business being the genie. Jack Black, all day, bro. Jack Black should have been Genie. Fuck that up. But we got a glimpse at Lilo and Stitch. Well, mainly Stitch. And it looks awesome. Fucking adorable. I will be watching that. I'm really hoping it lives up to the animated one. It can't. At least come close to it, right? At least come close to it. But that looked cool. Unnecessary movie that's coming out. Unnecessary movie. Like, I'm talking Fast and the Furious unnecessary. Toy Story 5. Toy Story ended with 3. They should have just left it alone at 3. 4 should have never happened. 5 should definitely not happen. But apparently this is traditional toys versus the electronic age. But yeah, that's coming out, and I'm not excited about that in the least bit. Incredibles 3. 2 is okay. I think 3 is unnecessary. Let's start coming out with some new shit. Big Hero 5. Let's make a sequel to that. That movie was phenomenal. Deserves a sequel. And then my personal favorite that I've been waiting for. I love this franchise. I love the first movie. The second one is one of the most underrated cult classics. Visually beautiful. One of the best soundtracks of all time. And I'm talking Tron Legacy. Tron 1. Tron Legacy is fucking one of the most beautiful movies you'll ever fucking see. One of the best soundtracks, like I said. So I've been waiting on the sequel forever. Tron Ares is what we got. Now, it's a flip to the script. We've got our characters from the grid coming to the real world. The downside to this is they cast Jared Leto as the lead. Why they didn't bring the... I'm all over it. I'm shit with my names today. But why they didn't bring the original cast, I don't know. I hope they make a cameo at least, but this would have been perfect fit for Garrett. That's right, Garrett Huddleston. Back to the franchise. Like, I don't know. We keep trying to make something of Jared Leto. He had his time to shine, and he's just dropped bombs after bombs after bombs in recent years. The Little Things, Morbius, fucking... What else am I forgetting? Fucking, I don't know. He hasn't been on his top game. But aside from him, the movie looks beautiful. Like, it looks great. Visually looks awesome, on par. He replaced Daft Punk with 9 Inch Nails, which I love 9 Inch Nails, but you're not going to be able to compete with Daft Punk. That soundtrack, constantly on my playlist. Constantly on my playlist. Do yourself a favor, put that shit on your fucking playlist. But yeah, some good shit. Now, the bad shit is we didn't get news on things that we love to, or have been waiting to hear on. A second season of Moon Knight. Young Avengers, I swear I thought they were going to announce that. There's been so many fucking clues that they've been dropping. Not only in the movies, but in social media. Like, the whole cast has been doing these things where they've been training all together. Not together, but at the same time. And I really thought they were going to announce that. How they didn't, I don't know. As well as further information on Blade. But yeah, I was mainly hoping that they would drop some info on Young Avengers and Moon Knight. Moon Knight is so underrated. I love that fucking series. It was phenomenal. Oscar Isaac killed it. And I just love the property in general. But all in all, that's what we got out of D23. Some cool highlights. Whenever the trailers start dropping, I'll make you aware of it and let you know. Let me know what you thought of the news if you caught any of it below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, follow, all that jazz. Appreciate you.